again. I thought I'd return back to showing some gameplay videos on shoot-em-ups again, and I thought I would have a look at 1942. This is the arcade version of 1942, but it's certainly a classic vertical shoot-em-up. I can't think for the life of me off the top of my head when it actually came out in the arcade, but it's quite some years old now. It really is. I remember playing it when I was at secondary school, so we're going back well over 20 years now. And it was one of those games that you'd find in your local chip shop, as well as the arcades at the time. It's had various conversions across, I think, every single format that's ever come out as regards to home computers up to present day consoles, and I know it's been on various compilations as well of the more recent consoles from like the 16-bit version onwards. It's a real great game. I think it's had various incarnations as regards to various successors, but 1942 was the original one, and I just thought I'd show you some gameplay video of the arcade version. How you like it? Right, so this is 1942 arcade version. We'll start going off, and it's based on World War II, and you're actually flying a fighter plane, and basically just blowing everything up in the sky, really. It's quite a basic mechanic behind it as regards to what you've got to do, but it's really good to get into, really easy to get into, I should say. You can get power-ups in this game, and that's these red planes, and that's the power up there to get, which I've got, and that's just increased my firepower. You've actually got, that was like a special manoeuvre you can do, where if you think should have done it there, but if you think you're going to get shot or you're going to collide with something, you can actually do a somersault, and you actually avoid the bullet or the ship at the time. So that's your sort of special weapon, really. And it does actually look quite basic when you see it, but it can get really difficult. And like most games, the simplest ones are normally the best and sometimes the hardest. So So that's the end of the first round, or level. But as I was saying before, this has actually been converted to so many different formats, and I'll be pretty confident to say whatever format you've got within reason, there should be a conversion of this. Quite classic Capcom game, really. some of the later versions of 1942 were basically the same kind of game, but improved graphics, but basically the same kind of shooter mechanics. And I will try and do some gameplay videos of those as well in the future. I think I've got all the different versions of this game as regards to arcade versions. That power up's quite nice, you get another 2 additional ships. So you've got 3 lots of firepower in effect. And I think if I remember correctly, if I remember correctly, if one of the 2 outside ships get hit, it doesn't actually destroy your ship, but I actually got hit myself that time, so that's a quick gameplay video of 1942, the arcade version.